Welcome to part number 11 of the Legend of Zelda, the Minish Cap playthrough. We're now in the Fortress of Winds, which is, it's not really a wind temple, or it doesn't feel like a wind temple. Now in a wind temple you might expect to see, you might expect to be in the sky and you're jumping between clouds and there's a lot of wind related puzzles and things like that. But in this temple, you really don't see any of that. In fact, it kind of feels more like an earth temple than a wind temple. It's underground, and later we're going to be digging through some things with a new item we get. And yeah, it definitely feels more like an earth temple than a wind temple. But that's the design choice they decided to go for. In this temple, watch out for fake rupees. Now, they're normally pretty obvious, but if they trap you, well, first you have to go over the rupees, and then they will come out and try to trap you. If they do trap you, they are going to steal a lot of rupees from you, so just watch out for them. They're usually pretty obvious, or at least the red ones are. And they take more rupees depending on what color they are. Like the green ones will take 1 rupee every like 5 seconds. The blue ones will take 5, and the red fake, or no, what they're called, rupee likes, I think. Those ones will take 20 rupees every 5 seconds, so watch out for them. Make sure you don't get hit by them, because if you do, your wallet will be depleted very quickly, so I would advise against getting anywhere near them. So in this temple, it's not too interesting, so I'm going to go over a couple of topics, just some things I've been thinking, you know, stuff like that. So, recently, I went back to some of my older videos, like really old, like Mega Man X Kirby Challenge and the Super Mario World playthrough, like real old. And I was watching them and I was thinking, I've come so far since those videos. You know, I was watching those videos and I'm like, is this really me? Because honestly, it doesn't sound like that. It doesn't sound like me. I sound very, like, tired, very depressed, and I don't know. I can't really get, I don't know what I was thinking, because I made those videos so long ago. It was like a year ago at this point, and that's just, I don't know. I don't know why I sounded like that. That's just not me. I'm not that kind of person. But I kind of sounded like I'm like very depressed and I'm very tired. Like I'm doing all the commentaries when I'm like half asleep, which I did do some of them when I was half asleep. I do remember that. I think it was Storm Eagles stage. I think I did that like when I was basically half asleep, and I remember that. I don't know why I kept that commentary, but it was really interesting watching some of my older videos. And if you're new around here and you haven't seen some of those older videos, I don't recommend you go watch them. They're not very good, I'm not gonna lie. If you want to go watch them for the gameplay, like if you want to go watch the Mega Man X1 and X2 Kirby Challenge, that's fine. Go watch them for the gameplay. But I'm not gonna lie to you, the commentary, not my best. And now I'm not like amazing at commentaries now, but I've got to say I'm definitely better at them now than I was back then. And it really struck me during the Super Mario World playthrough. I was watching that and I'm just like, this isn't even fun to watch, because half the time during that playthrough, I wasn't even talking. I was just sitting there silently, and when I did talk, I was, you know, quiet, and I didn't have much to say. It was usually some sort of reaction to something that happened on screen, like I got hit by an enemy or something, and I had a slight reaction. It's just, I'm definitely not suited for live commentaries. Although I have been tempted to do another one. I am considering doing a Super Mario Bros. 3 live commentary. Just to try it again, because it's been so long since I last did it. I think it would be a lot better this time. I definitely sound more like I do right now, and maybe I could think of things to talk about when there's not much to say on screen and whatnot, so it wouldn't be so boring for the viewer. I don't know, just a few things I was thinking. Maybe I'll try it out. But, yeah, I was kind of in disbelief, really. It's not like they're terrible. They're not, like, awful commentaries. Well, some of them are. Some of them are very bad, and I definitely should have redid them. Because with a lot of those older videos, I just did it one take, and I took it. Whatever happened, I took it, and to be honest, that was just a bad idea. It really was. Nowadays, with these playthroughs, they're almost always one take, unless something, it just doesn't sound interesting to me. Like if I just mess up completely, or if it just sounds boring, like I don't have anything to talk about. And usually when that happens, if I don't have much to talk about, I'll delete that commentary, then I'll think of a topic to talk about, and I'll talk about that when there's not much going on screen. Like right now, it's just a dungeon, there's not much to be explained. Everything is self-explanatory, so you know what's up. And yeah, so now it's basically, it's usually one take, but not always. Now with the challenges, those are almost never one take. I do those multiple times because with the challenges, I want them to be better videos, or not better videos, better commentaries, because that's the main focus of my channel. I like the challenges. That's what I advertise. Or not advertise, but that's what I say on my channel page. I say I'm the best, I'm a challenge taker and stuff like that. I say all kinds of those things. I don't say I do playthroughs and stuff, because that's not the main focus of my channel. The main focus is all the challenges and stuff. So with those, I like to make the commentaries a lot better. So I usually do them like 3 times. It's not like the first time it's bad or anything, but I usually miss things that I should talk about, and it's just, I want to make those a little bit better, so I do it multiple times, I listen to it multiple times, I see what else I could talk about, I watch the gameplay over and over again, or not over and over again, but usually I watch the gameplay before I do the commentary, just so I have a general idea of what I want to talk about and things like that. With these playthroughs, I never watch the footage beforehand. I mean, I look ahead just to see what I'm doing in the video. Like with this one, I looked ahead and saw that, oh, I'm going through the Fortress of Winds, and then I looked to see what happens at the end, just to know where I need to stop talking and things like that. But there's really no reason for me to watch these playthroughs again, or watch the gameplay again. There's no reason for me to do it, just because whatever happens, I mean, it just happens. It's hard to explain, but also, these playthrough videos, they're generally a lot longer than the challenges, just because of the games I do. Like, right now we're doing a Zelda game, which each part is 15 plus minutes, but normally with the challenge, it's something like, let's say Mega Man, where that's only like 5 minutes at most. So I have to watch it all, and I have to cover everything I want to talk about. I don't like to leave out things in the commentary. Like, I need to cover what was hard in the stage, and how hard the boss was, and what his patterns are, and what you need to do to succeed. I have to cover all that, but with these playthroughs, I really don't. And that's just how it works. Yeah. This temple, not really hard. One thing that did really mess me up on my very first playthrough was getting the mole mitts. Now, we just got the mole mitts. Basically, they're 2 items in one. They're an item that can dig through types of walls, you saw them earlier, and they also act as a shovel, which is nice. Keep that in mind, they act as a shovel. And now that we have these, we can exploit the second infinite money trick, which I don't show off, but I'll tell you about it right now. basically, you just go in front of Link's house and you go one space to the left. And if you dig there, there will be 20 rupees every time. Every single time, there will be 20 rupees. And so, after you dig it up, you go inside Link's house, and then you go back out and dig it up again. Infinite money. It is the best way to get money in the game, and I highly recommend that you take advantage of it, simply because you need a lot of rupees. You need a ton of them for some of the things you need to buy later on in the game. Not really items, but you'll see. You just need a lot of money, so take advantage of that trick because it helps out oh so much. It really makes your journey a whole lot easier, especially if you are trying to beat the game 100%. I mean, it's not really that helpful if you're just playing the game, because you don't really need that many rupees to beat the game and stuff like that. But if you're trying to get all the items, or complete all the side quests and stuff like that, you definitely need to exploit this trick. You would be dumb not to do it. Because, like I said, you need thousands and thousands of rupees. And I'll explain why later, because I haven't covered the topic yet. I think I'm just going to do a whole video on it. It's one of the side quests, and if you're familiar with the game, then you probably know what I'm talking about. But you need a lot of rupees, and that's the best way to make rupees. You can also do the pot trick at Mount Cornell, and there's a lot of rupees hidden throughout the land, which you can get. But after you get like all the treasure chests and you do all the kinstone fusions and you run out of rupees to collect, you need to take advantage of this trick. You just do. I mean, I do it. Every single time I play the game, I do it. It's the best way to make money. It's the fastest. It's the most convenient because it's right in front of your house. There's no danger. It's very simple. And look at this! Look, it's the return of the Wizrobes. I don't like those enemies. They're really not a pain in this game, but in the original Legend of Zelda, they are, and as well, no, they're only really a pain in the original Legend of Zelda. They're not too bad in any other game. However, that is the end of this part. Thanks for watching, and in the next part, we are going to take on the boss of the Fortress of Winds.